You're listening to the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play.
The options market can be a confusing place. Sorting through the daily avalanche of data, alerts, updates, articles, and analysis to find the most important information is an overwhelming prospect. But now you have help. Welcome to the Options News Rundown, the only program that breaks through the noise to bring you the most important news and information from the world of options. Every day we bring you the top 5 option stories curated by the options experts at theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider. And now it's time to break through the noise. It's time for your Options News Rundown.
Good morning. Today is Friday, May 25th, 2018. This is your Options News Rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli. Well, we'll kick off the day with an Investing.com article, the top 5 things to know in the market on Friday. First thing to know is Fed Chair Powell is in the spotlight. An appearance by Federal Reserve Chairman Jeremy Powell Friday will likely garner special attention following the release of dovish Fed minutes on Wednesday. The Federal Reserve's minutes showed policymakers were content with inflation temporarily overshooting the 2% target, pushing odds of a 4th rate hike this year back below the 50% threshold. Powell will participate in a panel discussion of financial stability and central bank transparency scheduled from 9:15 a.m. Eastern Time in Stockholm, Sweden. The second thing to note today is the dollar is steady ahead of Powell and durable goods. The dollar showed little movement in early morning trade on Friday, on track for slightly weekly gains of around 0.3% as investors looked forward to any clues on monetary policy from Fed Chair Jeremy Powell and waited for the day's economic data. The Commerce Department will release its preliminary report on April durable goods orders at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time, with forecasts pointing to a 1.4% decline. The more closely watched core reading is expected to show a 0.5% increase. The third thing to know today is output concerns continue to slam oil ahead of U.S. shale production. Oil slid on Friday amid growing concerns that the Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries could increase output as soon as June, while market participants waited the most recent reading on U.S. shale production. Saudi Arabia and Russia are discontinuing raising OPEC and non-OPEC oil output by around 1 million barrels per day, easing 17 months of strict supply curbs amid concerns that a price rally has gone too far. Sources familiar with the matter told Reuters. The fourth thing to know today is Foot Locker quarterly results are on tap. Foot Locker is slated to release first quarter earnings before U.S. markets open on Friday, amid expectations that a stronger domestic performance from Nike bolstered the sports retailer's same-store sales. Foot Locker is expected to report earnings of $1.25 a share on $1.96 billion in revenue. The fifth thing to know today is global shares find solace in North Korean response to Trump. Global stocks were trading mostly higher Friday as markets appeared to take relief in the conciliatory response provided by North Korea after U.S. President Donald Trump canceled a June 12th summit. North Korean Vice Foreign Minister Kim Kye-gwan said Pyongyang still hoped for a Trump formula to resolve the standoff over its nuclear weapons program, noting that the country was open to resolving issues with the United States. European stocks traded mostly higher near midday trade on Friday, while Asian shares closed mixed, but off intraday lows, thanks to the North Korean announcement. Our second article today is from Coindesk.com. Bitcoin faces a close below long-term support in the first since 2015. Bitcoin risks closing below the 50-week moving average, an important long-term support not breached over the past 2.5 years. With bears already on the offensive following the recent sell-off, prices are likely to suffer if Bitcoin closes on Sunday below the key support, currently seen at 7,611. More worryingly for the bulls, since the cryptocurrency has not traded below the 50-week moving average since 2015, acceptance below that level would only add credence to the argument that the long-term bull run has ended. As of this writing, Bitcoin is changing hands at $7,449 on Bitfinex, having dropped below the 50-week moving average on May 23rd. Our third story today is from CNBC.com. A specialty retailer up 118% in 1 year could have more room to run after earnings. Athleisure manufacturer Lululemon reports quarterly earnings next Thursday, and the options market is implying a relatively tame move on earnings after a mammoth run in recent months. Shares of Lululemon are up 118% in 1 year and 35% in 2018. And it's among a number of specialty retailers on a tear this year. Shares of Ralph Lauren, Tiffany, and Urban Outfitters have gained a respective 30%, 21%, and 20% in 2018. Stacy Gilbert, head of derivative strategy at Susquehanna, told CNBC's Trading Nation, Lululemon is expecting a relatively small move on earnings this quarter. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is news you can use for today, Friday, May 25th, 2018. Your options news rundown. I'm Dan Passarelli, Trade Smart, and have a great long weekend. Happy Memorial Day.
Thank you for listening to the Options News Rundown. To learn more about these stories or any other developments from the world of options, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com, the premier source for free options information. The Options News Rundown is brought to you by Market Taker Mentoring, the leader in option trader education. Get trader education, daily trade ideas, and more with a free 1-week trial of Market Taker Mentoring's live Advantage group coaching class by visiting markettaker.com/insider.
The preceding program was a production of the Options Insider Radio Network. For more quality options programs, visit www.theoptionsinsider.com or search for Options Insider Radio Network in your podcast provider of choice. Listeners can also access all of our programming through our mobile app, available in iTunes and on Google Play. Don't forget to follow along with your favorite programs and submit your own questions for the hosts at twitter.com/options, facebook.com/theoptionsinsider, or via questions@theoptionsinsider.com.